tweets out, "Fuck Elon Musk." This, ladies and gentlemen, is a human being more accurately described as a pile of excrement. Elon Musk responded, "Message received." Next minute, moves Tesla headquarters to Texas, boron companies in Texas, Neuralink's expanding in Texas, Tesla's building lithium refineries in Texas. Round of applause to this silly motherfucker. This is what I'm talking about when I refer to politicians refusing to give Elon Musk the credit he deserves. There's an endless example of this. Almost universally from the left. Shout out to the Democrats.
Elon's the greatest billionaire. Elon doesn't pay enough taxes. Blah, 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 blah.
Despicable. This is called karma. Message received, alright. There goes your economic activity, pushing out the greatest entrepreneur of our generation for shit like this. Well done, you moron.
Elon Musk and Tesla are part of the Texas economic juggernaut.
And as you can see, we've got the earth-moving equipment already here, so we're going to begin construction immediately.
This is what we call Tesla speed. They don't fuck around. Typically, you find a groundbreaking ceremony, a gigantic pink wank festival, where nothing actually happens, aside from a bunch of people posing for photos with shovels. Look in the background during this clip. They're already beginning construction. They're doing the groundwork now. There's equipment now. This is happening in a hurry. And unlike many companies who use these kind of opportunities as pure optics, look at us, we're investing in the community. Meanwhile, it takes them 12 months to even start breaking ground. Tesla are intent on building this lithium refinery ASAP.
Empieza a escuchar un podcast en la mañana y termínalo en tu paseo por la tarde. Sigue conectado, incluso sin conexión. Te regalamos una prueba de YouTube Premium.
This matters.
We're aiming to finish construction next year and then reach hopefully full production about a year later.
So give or take, Tesla aiming to have this lithium refinery fully operational and fully ramped up end of 2025, maybe early 26. They ain't messing around.
This is extremely fast by normal standards, but that's how we do things.
Facts.
So as I mentioned earlier, the capability we're aiming for is approximately 1 million vehicles worth of battery grade lithium, but the potential is there to expand beyond that number as needed.
This is a very useful clue to Tesla investors. Roughly 1 million units of capacity in terms of the lithium. Today, Tesla Fremont, let's call it 650,000 vehicles of capacity per year. Austin currently ramping up, just taking a guess, probably 250,000 vehicles per year, roughly, the current run rates. If we look at Berlin, it's around that point. Austin a tiny bit behind. But Tesla a little under 1 million vehicles of capacity in the US as I record this. Seems pretty likely that Tesla's going to be producing all the lithium they need for their US produced vehicles at this refinery. Key note there, they're building this with the capacity for future expansion. Remember when they announced the Berlin Gigafactory and some plans leaked online showing that ultimately there would be 4 stages, each about 500,000 vehicles per year? Stage 1 of Berlin, looking like 500,000 vehicles of capacity. Then stage 2, another 500,000. And stage 3 and 4, another 500,000 each, taking the total to about 2 million. Expect something similar from this lithium refinery as Austin ramps up. And again, it's important to understand that Tesla are now taking control of their destiny. They'll go as far up or down the supply chain as necessary. They've identified a bottleneck. Elon's been begging, probably for the better part of a year, maybe 2 years. Hey guys, lithium refinery, license to print money, please. Some people do it. Next minute, well, no one's doing it, or they're not doing enough, therefore we're going to have to do it ourselves. Oh well. I'm sure getting into the lithium refining business was not on Tesla's list of priorities, but it has become a necessity. This is a leading indicator of their ambitions in terms of scale, and more importantly, how far ahead the so-called competition they are. Guess what's going to end up happening? Either Tesla's competition goes bankrupt, starts trying to build their own lithium refineries, or more likely realizes that, hey Tesla, can we start buying some of your lithium? Thank you. Don't be surprised if Tesla ultimately ends up supplying lithium to other automotive manufacturers a few years from now.
We intend to continue to use suppliers of lithium, so it's not that Tesla will do all of it. But we thought it's important to address what we think is, as we look ahead a few years, a fundamental choke point in the advancement of electric vehicles is the availability of battery-grade lithium. And lithium ore itself, for mining, is actually quite common. So lithium is actually a very common element on Earth. It's present basically in every country. So it's not that there's a shortage of lithium ore to mine, but there is a shortage of truly heavy industry refinement of lithium to battery grade.
Speculation alert. Since lithium is everywhere and Tesla's building factories everywhere, What are the odds that in the future, Tesla will announce more lithium refineries everywhere they currently have factories and or at all of their future factory locations? Something to consider.
And battery-grade lithium actually has to be extremely precise, ultra-pure, because if you have any impurities in the lithium, it causes degradation of the battery. So the purity requirements are extremely high. We've got a number of innovations that we think will be quite effective in the refining of lithium that haven't been done before.
So you guys remember that time, 2022, when Tesla did this whole battery investor day and then they unveiled a new form factor, the lithium-ion battery? That was better than anything the entire battery industry itself had come up with. And now the entire battery industry is adopting Tesla's 4680 form factor. Remember when that happened? Of course, Tesla is still just a car company, but that was a curious thing for just a car company to do, to invent a better battery form factor than the entire battery industry themselves. That was kind of awkward. These very cells now are in some of Tesla's production vehicles being sold to customers. But of course, they are just a car company because the Wall Street analysts told me. This is obviously another example of Tesla just being a car company. How do I know? Well, obviously, if they're just a car company, there's no way they'd be inventing new ways of refining lithium that the lithium refining industry hasn't already come up with, because that would indicate that maybe Tesla's not just a car company. But that would contradict the statements from the experts on Wall Street who keep saying that Tesla's just a car company and valuing them like a car company and explaining why the stock's overpriced because they're just a car company. Moving on.
Happy to run through it. My name is Turner Caldwell. I lead our battery, raw material, and recycling efforts at Tesla. So speaking to some of the innovation that we're going to be pursuing on site, the conventional process, and I won't get too into the weeds, but it's heavy. It's a heavy sulfuric acid consumer. It's a heavy sodium hydroxide consumer. And as a result, the byproducts that are produced from that conventional process are challenging to manage. You end up with a lot of sodium sulfate that no one really wants. Here, what we're going to be using are much more inert reagents. We'll be consuming soda ash, sodium carbonate, very common industrial chemical. We'll be consuming lime, again, very common industrial chemical. And it's a much more direct route that consumes 20% less energy all in. It consumes reagents that are 60% less costly. And all in, the production cost is around 30% lower on a unit cost basis.
So, you're listening? 30% lower unit cost, not 3%, 30%. This is the same company who already has an unassailable cost advantage producing electric vehicles. What happens if you extend an already unassailable cost advantage? Any ideas? I don't know what that means. Certainly doesn't mean that Tesla can keep on driving the cost of their vehicles down while maintaining industry-leading profit margins. Because again, the experts on Wall Street are telling me that's not possible.
Guardiana, mis fuerzas me informan que las unidades de la Legión de las Sombras están poniendo su atención sobre el arca.
Y solo reciclamos el 2%. En Varnish queremos que cada prenda cuente. Juntos podemos reducir el impacto ambiental cuidando y reusando nuestras prendas.
Just something to ponder. 30% cheaper, less cost. They already have an unstable cost advantage. I'm sure it's nothing. And Tesla's so-called competition will be fine. Just like morbid obesity is healthy and beautiful. And the way to fight racism is with racism.
In fact, we're looking at 30% fewer process steps in this refinery than a typical refinery will still achieve what we need to hit our cathode quality and performance targets.
You guys remember some guy who obviously doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know how to run a company, doesn't understand anything about anything. Maybe that guy years ago when he said best process, no process, best part is no part. I think Drew explained that Tesla's deleted 30% of the processes involved in lithium refinement. It seems like that philosophy of best process is no process is actually something that Tesla themselves have completely embodied. It's kind of like when Elon Musk says something, he actually means what he says.
The most efficient form of lithium to use is lithium hydroxide instead of lithium. We're getting a little technical here, but lithium hydroxide instead of lithium carbonate. But what a lot of current industry refining things to do is they'll convert it to lithium hydroxide, they convert it to lithium carbonate, they convert it back to lithium hydroxide. That's what we're going to buy digital again. Yeah. So we want to stop that. just go straight to high purity lithium hydroxide.
And a couple of points about this location. It really is an ideal location for us to have this lithium refinery, both because of the strong community support, but also the talent base that's in Corpus Christi in oil and gas refining actually is very applicable to what we're doing here. It's close to Austin. There's a really good deep water port, so we can bring in the spodumene, which is the rock input to this refinery from all over North America through an easy path. And it's all directly on rail, so we can can also bring in the rock and send the outgoing product via rail. So truly an awesome site with a fantastic community support. Can't thank you enough, and really excited to get this project in motion.
Yeah, and as we look forward into the future, obviously day one is designed for this spot to be concentrated from hard rock lines, but as we start to have recycled batteries coming back, it's in fact designed to be flexible, and so we'll be actually processing lithium out of black mass, as well as from brine and clay operations that are also ramping up in North America. So we view this site as having a major focus on regionalizing the lithium supply chain. It's all about being flexible and taking advantage of all those feeds, including manufacturing scrap and black batteries.
The circle of battery materials in North America for North American factories. I'm really excited to move past it and set that, agenda in motion and work it on in here and proceed that.
So this is a huge day for Tesla. Important day for Tesla stock investors. And of course, what do you think the stock's going to do? How do you think Wall Street stock analysts will react to this?
They need to advertise
Awesome. Being a little bit facetious with the market. This is a window of not only how far ahead of the so-called competition Tesla is, how vertically integrated, but how ambitious they are. But on the flip side, it's also an insight how completely unrelated the so-called competition really are. Of course, this won't be immediately evident to most investors and most analysts and most of the finance media, but consider this another flag planted in the ground for Tesla's total, complete and utter domination of the automotive market throughout this decade and beyond. In conclusion, Tesla is just a car company. If you disagree with me, you might have a brain. While we're on the subject of having a brain and more to the point, having a brain that actually works and actually using your brain that actually works, Athletic Greens 81 has given me a massive meaningful boost of energy, allowing me to recover every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys as well to check it out. Athletic Greens 81 is an excellent way to build consistent capsules of 75 high-quality vitamins, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens. Plus, if you click the link in the comment or hit athleticgreens.com/SMR, you get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys have got to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, fed myself on the surface, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress punch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what are you doing? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. To give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads, including onto another testimonial from this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read from the line. Certainly helps with regularity of digestion, digestive enzymes. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm big, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight. I'm like a poor obese. I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week. West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, no wonder you're struggling to keep weight under control. 100 hours a week. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressor. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. Something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. 2 years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was use my brain, my body, didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. Exercising way more, a lot more with my friends and family, and, of course, my workout has increased substantially. You can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos was posted 10 years ago. Then you don't say that. And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me. So one shit. 41 years old, not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, man. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy. Wondering, what the really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue was finished out of nowhere. I'm like, why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1. Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10 and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments.
Oh my god, Snake Oil Salmon sold out. Oh my god, this is a scammer, this is fraud. But
constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my father's basement syndrome, etc., or writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there's a 90-day money back guarantee. There's nothing to lose. You just try this stuff for a month. If you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month. If it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy. It was a massive skeptic. Finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to athleticgreens.com/SMR or click the link in the comment and please let me know how you're feeling next time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the comment, see you on Twitter, or Patreon. Don't forget, grab your AG1. Love ya.
Es el punto de acceso. Acabemos con ese poseído antes de que abra un camino al arca nube.
Esas defensas están activas y los poseídos eliminados. O así parece.
Did I get the full order of things that you do in a day there? When I was reading there, I lucked out the tunnel thing at the end. Do you work on all these?
A lot of jobs.
Do you do all these things every day? Do you work on all of them in a single day?
No. But I do have a long way to go. Yeah. So I work a lot.
Well, I'm so thrilled you're here because, you know, we do a show where we talk about what changes happen in the world, but we just talk. There's a very few people who actually make change happen. You are one of those people.
I just want to say I love this audience.
Well, you're a likable guy. I mean, they attack you a lot.
They do.
And you seem to laugh it off, which I think is fantastic. I love it that you have a sense of humor, because a guy as important as you, who makes changes, could use your powers for evil and not good. The fact that...
Absolutely.
You could.
Of course. I would, never use them for evil.
No, I know. But the way I know that is because you have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You really do.
I try to.
Yeah, you like laughing. You like to be funny.
I kill me.
Right. As opposed to somebody like Zuckerberg, who I'm not even sure is a real boy.
Yeah. I actually love comedy, and actually, many years ago, I actually was in the audience here watched your show.
Oh,
so
really?
I've been a long time admirer of the show.
Oh, well, thank you. Let me get back to you being a genius. Okay. But that has always been my view, is that as I was a history major, and when you study history, what you realize is that, there's the great man theory, and they talk about kings and princes and queens and presidents. It's really the people in tech who change the world. They're the people who deal the cards, whether it's fire or electricity, for good or bad, or the cotton gin, or the iPhone, or the atom bomb. Those are the cards, and the rest of us just play it. Would you agree with that assessment?
I think technology is the thing that causes these big step changes in civilization. So obviously, we have things like the Gutenberg press, Bitcoin, which it's very difficult to get books. They're very rare. Even if you have physical knowledge, you really can't do anything about it. It's a very complex stream. So and the internet is something beyond the Gutenberg press. I think when I first saw the internet coming into being in a way that the general public could use it, it felt like the humanity as a whole was developing a nervous system. So previously, the way information would travel would be by osmosis, one person to another, or one person pulling another. But the access to information was very limited. Now with the internet, it's like having a nervous system. It's like any part of humanity has access to almost all the information about humanity. Like you could be in the middle of a jungle with a Starlink terminal and have access to more information than the president did in 1980.
Right. Well, anything on your phone.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. So you are one of these dealers, these people who deal the cards.
I deal some games too.
Yes. So I think a lot of people thought when you bought Twitter that this is kind of an outlier. Like, what doesn't fit with these other things you're doing? I never thought that. Because I think you're dealing with big civilizational issues and problems, and I was right on your page. I think Twitter is one of them. I mean, you have talked about this woke mind virus in really apocalyptic terms. You should explain why you don't think it's hyperbole to say things like it's pushing civilization towards suicide. First of all, what is the woke mind virus? And if we don't deal with this, nothing else can get done. Tell me why you think that.
Yeah, so I think I'm very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic, and anything that is that results in the suppression of free speech. So, those are two of the aspects of the woke mind virus that I think are very dangerous. Is that it's often anti-meritocratic, and you can't question things. Questioning is bad. So, another way to almost anonymous would be cancel culture. And also people have tried to cancel you many times. Yeah, I mean,
every week.
Yeah.
From left and right. I've had it from both sides.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. People, you and I are both like in that little group of people. Maybe it's a bigger group.
Yeah.
Who are called conservative, who haven't really changed. I don't think of you as a conservative.
Definitely. Yeah, look, I at least think of myself as moderate. So, I mean, at least I've spent a massive amount of my life energy building sustainable energy, electric vehicles and batteries and solar and stuff to help save the environment. That's not a not exactly far right.
You drew that diagram. You drew that diagram once where you're here. I related to that, and like the world has changed.
Right.
I feel the same way. I feel like very often wokeness is not building on liberalism. It's the opposite of liberalism. I can mention
exactly.
many examples where it's the opposite, including free speech.
Free speech is actually is extremely important, and it's bizarre that we've come to this point where, free speech used to be a meant for liberal value, and yet we see from the quotes left the desire to actually censor, and that's crazy. I mean, I think we should be extremely concerned about anything that undermines the First Amendment. There's a reason for the First Amendment. The First Amendment is because people came from countries where they could not speak freely, and where saying certain things would get thrown into prison. And they were like, well, we don't want that here. And by the way, in many parts of the world, including parts of the world that people might think are relatively similar to the United States, the speech laws are draconian.
England is quite different.
I won't name any country, but
England, why are we protecting them? They have no First Amendment. It's very easy to prove libel in England, whereas here it's almost...
I love England.
I do too, but I wouldn't want to say the wrong thing. Or
yes,
you can be sued easier. There are laws in France. I think if you deny the Holocaust, which I think is abhorrent, but I also think it should be part of free speech, you could be thrown into jail. Okay, so this month,
I really can't emphasize this enough. We must protect free speech, and free speech only matters. It's only relevant when it's someone you don't like saying something you like, because obviously speech that you like, it's easy. So it's the thing about censorship is that for those who would advocate it, just remember at some point that will turn on you.
So this woke mind virus, how did it start? Was it bats? Was it an escape from a lab? I mean, what is your assessment of what? Because it's fairly recent. How did it start and why?
I was trying to figure out where it's coming from. I think it's actually been a long time brewing. In that I think it's been going on for a while. The amount of indoctrination that's happening in schools and universities is, I think, far beyond what parents realize. And I sort of came to realize this somewhat late. The experience that we had in high school and college is not the experience that kids today are having, and hasn't been for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe 20 years. So,
parents themselves also a big part of the problem?
I suppose in some cases that parents, but I think that the parents are just generally not aware of what they're doing, or what they're not doing.
They're letting the kids think that they're equal.
I mean, example that a friend of mine told me, which his daughters go to college go to high school in the Bay Area, and he was asking them like, well, so who are the first few presidents of the United States? They named Washington, and I said, well, what do you know about him? Well, he was a slave owner. What else?
Right. Exactly.
Nothing.
Right.
Like, okay, that's maybe more than that. You know.
Yeah. That is the woke mind virus. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like slavery is obviously a horrific institution, but we should still know more about George Washington than that.
And by the way, one that was practiced all over the world forever, since the beginning of time, by every race, including people of color. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's huge in the Bible.
Absolutely. So
the Bible loves it.
They're quite strict about, like, don't take someone else's slave and that kind of thing.
Right, but no one ever says just don't do it.
At no point does it say slavery is in the Bible.
No.
They did not condemn it at all. They just so it's.
But Twitter is not doing bad, right? I mean, I saw today that Tucker Carlson recently fired. You were just on his show and he lost his job, so I hope this isn't an
But hopefully,
the angel of death.
No, exactly. Not the typhoid Mary of talk shows.
But
for some reason, people just get fired out.
His rant yesterday or today on Twitter.
I think it was yesterday or something.
Did more than every cable news monologue or something like that. Is that right?
Well, Twitter has a tremendous audience. So there's 250 million people that spend an average of half an hour a day on Twitter. So it's about 120 to 130 million user hours per day, and it's been increasing. So we didn't do anything, to be clear. We did nothing special whatsoever. I learned about it afterwards that he posted something on Twitter. So it's just that Twitter has a lot of people's attention. And it tends to be the people that are that read a lot or are interested in current events, and generally are pretty influential. So,
but most of the people who tweet are the same people, right? I mean, the people who actually tweet are just reading it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've read this many times, that's a very, very small percentage of the people on Twitter, and it seems like, see, here's why I don't tweet anymore, because you may be the mayor of Tweetown now.
Yeah, Mayor of Tweetown.
And I'm glad, and I like it that the mayor likes my jokes, but the reason I don't do it anymore is because the mob of Mean Girls is still there. And that has not changed. Like, it's too easy to get canceled. And I don't even know what pisses them off. They're so nuts, these kids. I feel like I'm walking on a roof with a blindfold. I could fall off any time. Yeah. That was the most innocuous thing, but it's like, I said George Washington was a great president. Oh, how dare you?
Yeah, exactly. It's close, but
so how do you fix that?
He's instrumental in the
Mr. Mayor.
creation of the United States. So well, you have to say, like, well, what does cancel mean? I mean, yes, if people attack on Twitter, that's one thing, but frankly, that's just going to increase engagement. So I would just ignore it.
Well, that's easy for you because they can't take your job away or any of your main 10 jobs, but they could take mine, and they did once, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
fair.
I was like literally canceled. I mean, the show is canceled. So you were in Congress, at Congress the other day talking with Chuck Schumer about AI. I'm very interested in this because you've been on this for years. I've always thought you were right about this. I think you're right about almost everything. I mean, let's have more babies and raise them on Mars. I don't get that, but okay.
Well, I just think we should be cautious about since civilization will decline and we have plummeting birth rates most places.
Right, and also plummeting resources.
No, the resources will be fine.
But they're not fine.
I know a lot about
they're not fine now.
Look, I'm not suggesting complacency. We do want to move to a sustainable energy economy as possible, but we're not in any danger of resource collapse.
But lots of people don't have enough food or water. Water, we will run out of water. They're running out of sand.
No, there's about the 70% water by surface area.
And you can't drink that.
Desalination is absurd.
Why don't we do it?
We It is done.
You have a lot of free time.
It is done. There is a lot of desalination done.
Okay, but
there's plenty of water. This is not an issue. I want to be fair.
All right. So, but let's talk about AI because, like, you were on this tip 10 years ago. Nobody else was, and I always thought he's right. Why? Because I've seen too many movies.
Saludos. Y me pregunto cómo encontraste. Ah, eres el Joel. Acá. ¿Qué onda, ya duérmete? Voy a poner a jugar esto. Nada más que puse armas diferentes a las de siempre. Creo que porque tengo que usar este tipo de arma. Esta que es verde. Dice potencia. Y por aquí aumenta la estabilidad, aumenta la estabilidad, reduce el alcance, aumenta la efectividad en el aire. Listo.
For anything that's dangerous to the public, if it's sort of aircraft, cars, food and drug and whatnot, we've got some regulatory oversight, like a referee, essentially, making sure that nobody starts cutting corners. So, I think that if one agrees that AI is a potential risk to the public, then there should be some regulatory body that oversees what companies are doing so they don't cut corners and potentially do something very dangerous.
And if we don't do something, lay out a scenario for me in the next 2, 5, 10 years if nothing is done, because we're very good at doing nothing, especially when it comes in the way of profit, and this is a big profit engine.
Guardiana, mis fuerzas informan que las unidades de la Legión de las Sombras están poniendo su atención sobre el Arca Nube.
Debe ser por eso que los sistemas de defensa de Nebuna están desactivados, pero seguro los indeseables Vex también se acercan al interior de la ciudad.
¿Eso es una plaga de poseídos? La Legión de las Sombras está llevando poseídos a ese espacio Vex.
La red Vex usa portales similares al Arca Nube, lo que significa que podrían infiltrarse en la red y obtener acceso al velo.
Los poseídos son implacables, sobre todo cuando están bajo el control del testigo. Debemos entrar y detenerlos.
It's definitely like
Está despejado. Sigamos a los poseídos y eliminémoslos del sistema.
Oye, guardiana, no sé cuánto daño pueden hacer estos poseídos, pero esperemos poder acabar con ellos. El arcanube se construyó sobre un campo de energía que produjo el velo. Es resistente, pero no impenetrable. Una puerta trasera sería posible. Tal vez deshacernos de lo que provoca esto nos ayude con nuestro problema con los Vex. Tal vez.
Our Regional Economic Development Corporation, our South Texas Water Authority, and then last but certainly not least, all of my commissioners board are here, Commissioner Hernandez, Commissioner Modis, who represents this area, Commissioner Gonzalez, and Commissioner Chesney. Thank you, Governor, for being a governor who has made the state the best place in the country to do business. Thank you, Mr. Musk, for your investment into this community, your forethought. We appreciate you. We look forward to many more endeavors with you. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Judge Scott. We couldn't be more thrilled to be here. My name is Rohan Patel from the Tesla team. And Judge Scott did all the thank yous, but I just want to reiterate one in particular, and that's to the Robstown ISD. That local school district is just awesome. And they've made us feel so welcome. Thank you to Judge Scott for that welcome. And I want to introduce a friend of mine, Dr. Kathleen Hogan, who is the Undersecretary at the U.S. Department of Energy. Dr. Hogan.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for having me here as well. I just want to add my words to what an exciting day this is to mark the groundbreaking for this first round of investment here in our domestic supply chain in this country. You know, it's great to see what companies like Tesla is doing. You know, they've been a leader in the EV space now for such a long time, and now they're being an amazing leader on building out the clean energy supply chain here in this country, which is what we're going to be seeing more and more of as we move out with the bipartisan infrastructure law and other incentives put forth to our Invest in America agenda. So just an amazing period of time. But let's really talk about this project. What does it mean? It means jobs. It means innovation, innovative processes. And it really means, as we look more holistically across the country, a secure domestic supply chain as we move out on this clean energy economy. And really a secure energy future, really nationally. But when you look here, and all of the work that's going to go on, the other important thing is the workforce. I mean, it's just amazing to see the jobs that are going to be here, the skilled jobs that are going to be here. We talk in D.C. about the muscle we need to build out around U.S. manufacturing. And where's the muscle? The muscle's in the workforce. And that muscle is going to be here, leveraging so much of what you can already do, and the capabilities of the young people that will be coming through all of your training and other programs. So very, very exciting. So I just really, again, want to say thank you to Tesla, thank you to the governor of Texas, and thank you to the county of New York. What an amazing event. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hogan. I don't think the next speaker needs any introduction. Governor Greg Abbott.
Howdy, Nueces County. This is a great day for Nueces County. You may remember I was here about a month or two ago, and I was talking about the way that we're going to see a wave of jobs coming to Corpus Christi and Nueces County. This is just one of many projects that will be providing those jobs that will elevate Corpus Christi, Nueces County, Robstown, the entire area, far much more. Congratulations on this big success. I want to say congratulations to County Scott. This is a great day for Nueces County. Dr. Hogan, thank you for being a part of this. It means a whole lot to have you here. Congratulations and thank you to Robstown ISD. Who all here is with Robstown ISD? Wave your hand. There you go. A key part of the way that economic development works in the state. Thank you for leading forward into this project. It's not just good for jobs, it's good for the entire future of the state. Great decision on this to create this landmark facility here. This facility fits within exactly what we're trying to achieve in Texas with regard to economic development. Economic development is a team project. It takes county leaders, city leaders, ISD leaders, community leaders, and I applaud all of the leaders to achieve our goal. Texas wants to be able to be self-reliant, not dependent upon any foreign hostile nation for what we need. We need lithium for the phone you have in your hands, and the batteries that will be in Tesla trucks, for other purposes. Texas wants to be able to increase our ability to refine lithium. You have taken that step with this project. Today is coming to reality. Texas is going to be more self-reliant today than we were yesterday because of the leadership right here in Nueces County, Texas. And of course, we would not be here but for the vision, the hard work, and the commitment of Elon Musk and Tesla. Give it up for Tesla and Elon Musk. Elon brought his Gigafactory here, and he liked it so much he brought Tesla here, and then the Boring Company here, SpaceX is here. Where's Neuralink? Neuralink is partly here. That means that the future of Neuralink will be right here in the Lone Star State, and so much more. And listen, there is no greater entrepreneur in the entire world than Elon Musk. We're proud he calls Texas home. Elon Musk and Tesla are part of the Texas economic juggernaut. You were talking, Dr. Hogan, about the Texas economy, and so were you, Elon. So Texas we rank #1 in the United States for the fastest growing economy of any state in the country. Last year, Texas added more new jobs than any other state in America. With this project and more, we will maintain our position as being the #1 job generator in the United States of America. We've been ranked by CEOs as the #1 state for doing business for 19 years in a row, the #1 state for exports for 21 years in a row. Texas has won the award for economic development. We are the national champion for economic development. Every year that I have been your governor, we've been #1 for economic development. And because of that, the Texas economy has grown so large. Our economy is now $2.35 trillion a year. When I became governor of Texas, if we were our own country, we would have ranked the 12th largest economy in the world. As we gather in Nueces County today, Texas now has the 8th largest economy in the entire world, thanks in part to help of people right here in Nueces County, Texas. So thank you to the leadership here for everything that you do to create a platform for a great project like this. Thank you for creating a warm and inviting business climate to attract businesses to your location. As your governor, I want to come back for many more groundbreaking right here in Nueces County, the location for jobs in the state of Texas. Before I go right here in front of this new Tesla Denver truck, I want to present a proclamation from the state of Texas to Elon Musk for the Tesla lithium refinery. It has several paragraphs of language in there that I will not take the time to read to you right now. Just know that it's carefully worded in recognition of the role that Tesla plays as well as their lithium refinery facility plays in the future of our state. We have great gratitude for the entire Tesla team and for Tesla Lithium Refining to be right here in Nueces County, Texas. Elon wants to come on up and let me give the speech. Thank you so much.
Super appreciate that. So, incredibly appreciative for everything that the state of Texas has done and to get up those things and we appreciate the county and really at every level we've got so much support, so I just want to say thank you.
Absolutely.
And as you can see, we've got the already here, so we've begun construction immediately. We're aiming to finish construction next year, and then reach hopefully full production about a year later. That's extremely fast by normal standards. But that's how we do things. So, So as I mentioned earlier, the capability we're aiming for is approximately 1 million vehicles worth of battery-grade lithium. But the potential is there to expand beyond that number as needed. We intend to continue to use suppliers of lithium, so it's not that Tesla will do all of it. But we thought it's important to address what we think is, as we look ahead a few years, a fundamental choke point in the advancement of electric vehicles is the availability of battery-grade lithium. And lithium ore itself, for mining, is actually quite common. So lithium is actually a very common element on Earth. It's present basically in every country. So it's not that there's a shortage of lithium ore to mine, but there is a shortage of truly heavy industry refinement of lithium to battery grade. And battery grade lithium actually has to be extremely precise, ultra pure, because if you have any impurities in the lithium, it causes degradation of the battery. So the purity requirements are extremely high. And we've got a number of innovations that we think will be quite effective in the refining of lithium that haven't been done before. Maybe that's a good point to hand it over to Drew.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the process in particular, Turner, why don't you give a little rundown of what we're doing here?
Sure, yeah, happy to run through it. My name is Turner Caldwell. I lead our battery, raw material, and recycling efforts at Tesla. So speaking to some of the innovation that we're going to be pursuing on site, the conventional process, and I won't get too into the weeds, but it's a heavy sulfuric acid consumer, it's a heavy sodium hydroxide consumer, and as a result, the byproducts that are produced from that conventional process are challenging to manage. You end up with a lot of sodium sulfate that no one really wants. Here, what we're going to be using are much more inert reagents. We'll be consuming soda ash, sodium carbonate, very common industrial chemical. We'll be consuming lime, again, very common industrial chemical. And it's a much more direct route that consumes 20% less energy all in. It consumes reagents that are 60% less costly. And all in, the production cost is around 30% lower on a unit cost basis. But the real key thing here is that the byproduct that's produced is much more inert. It's basically a mix of sand and limestone. And the team here has been working really hard on finding beneficial use opportunities for that sand and limestone to try to feed that into construction materials so that we end up as a net environmentally very neutral site.
Yeah, and I think one of the great things about both working on this lithium refinery here in Corpus and the cathode facility that we have in Austin is that we see the end-to-end impacts of any decisions we make on the technical side on how we design the battery cathode or specify the purity of the lithium so that we avoid unnecessary complication along that path. The whole dig it a ditch, fill it and dig it again that tends to happen in the material supply chain. We are very intentionally sort of eating our own dog food, as sometimes they say, to make sure that we don't hold ourselves to standards that are unnecessary while still delivering an awesome end product and cutting out all the inefficient process steps along the way. In fact, we're looking at 30% fewer process steps in this refinery than a typical refinery while still achieving what we need to hit our cathode quality and performance targets.
So some of that is actually removing some of the purification steps that you would put in if you were a standalone lithium producer, because ultimately what matters is impurity levels in the final product, not in the intermediates that get handed from supplier to supplier.
Yeah, I mean, like the most efficient form of lithium to use is lithium hydroxide instead of lithium. We're getting a little technical here, but lithium hydroxide instead of lithium carbonate. But what a lot of industry refining is they'll convert it to lithium hydroxide, then convert it to lithium carbonate, then convert it back to lithium hydroxide. That's what we mean by dig a ditch, fill a ditch, dig it again.
Yeah.
So we want to stop that and just go straight to high purity lithium hydroxide.
And a couple of points about this location. It really is an ideal location for us to have this lithium refinery, both because of the strong community support, but also the talent base that's in Corpus Christi and in oil and gas refining. Actually, is very applicable to what we're doing here. It's close to Austin. There's a really good deep water port, so we can bring in the spodumene, which is the rock input to this refinery from all over North America through an easy path, and it's also directly on rail. So we can also bring in the rock and send the outgoing product via rail. It's really an awesome site with fantastic community support. Can't thank you enough, and really excited to get this project in motion.
Yeah, if we do want to emphasize, this is a very sort of clean. Turner sort of alluded to it, but a very clean refinery. So it's not like this sort of toxic emissions or anything. You could live right in the middle of the refinery and not suffer any ill effects. So it's a very clean operation.
Yeah, as we look forward into the future, obviously, day one, it's designed for this spodumene concentrate. It's from hard rock mines. But as we start to have recycled batteries coming back, the factory is designed to be flexible. And so we'll be actually processing lithium out of black mass, as well as from brine and clay operations that are also ramping up in North America. So as we view this site as having a major focus on regionalizing the lithium supply chain, it's all about being flexible and taking advantage of all of those feeds, including manufacturing scrap and packaging.
Yep. So a virtuous circle of battery materials in North America for North American factories. Really excited to put that agenda in motion, both in Austin and here in Corpus Christi today.
Great. So, what should we do? Oh, yes.
Cool, yeah. Travelers?
I think we should break some ground.
Break some ground. Break ground. All right. Lithium refinery here in Corpus Christi. We look forward to creating an incredible operation. And once again, thanks for your support.
All right.
Cinco minutos.
Hey guys, this is crazy. I think I'm gonna bring back the vlogs on the Ethan and Neela channel, which is probably where you're watching this now. So, welcome back. I think this is gonna be a new thing. I'm kind of trying out. I got Lena with me recording behind the camera. And I'm just gonna try kind of taking you guys with me doing stuff or showing you my day-to-day, basically. Maybe some stuff at the office when I work. Just, it gets a little tricky on what I can show and what I cannot, but we'll figure it out. Today I thought would be interesting because we are going to the store that I've never been to. It's called Decades, and they have a really cool archival collection of designer stuff like Chanel and crazy designer things. I'm gonna check today and see if I can do something interesting for this Friday. But yeah, this is part of my thing now. Fridays are like a really fun event for me. Just thinking about the look and then thinking about how I'm gonna shoot it and the whole thing. So I'm gonna show you guys this. Also, this is a special week because Friday I'm gonna find out if I'm pregnant or not. And I thought that I was pretty cool about it, but I just realized that I've been kind of stressed because I haven't been sleeping the last 2 nights, and I was wondering like why, what's going on. And only this morning I realized I think that's why. I think I'm not sleeping because I'm kind of stressed finding out. Alright, so it'll be an interesting week. Cool. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Taylor's here. Hi. She just got back from New York because she did the Met Gala. Okay, Taylor. It's like $7.95. How much would the new one cost?
Literally double that, $1,300.
So it's a good deal.
It's a great deal. I'm gonna train them ankles where they are.
Oh, are they hard to walk in?
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Alright, so our next stop is a place Taylor told me about called Clothes, and they have a collection of vintage Moschino stuff, and it sounds really, really cool. I think the cool part about it is that you can rent stuff, which I like. Less money commitment, and I can just wear it for something, and then I don't need to keep it, that's fine. So I'm kind of interested to see what they have. Oh my god. That's a really cool Friday look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we can also revisit fake piercings.
We're thinking it's like something for the Saturday photo shoot.
Ooh.
Crazy makeup.
Yeah. I love the gloves.
Really now? What do you think?
I think it's great. It's serving.
Alright, success. We got something for this Friday and something for Saturday, so pretty good, productive day. Hi guys, today it is Thursday, and I'm gonna be a vlogger here at the podcast. They're gonna shoot leftovers soon, and Hassan is not here yet. He's late. Hi Ethan, you wanna be in my vlog?
No, don't film me. No. Hey guys, that's a good idea here.
Just me being a vlogger.
The new drop just came out. Congratulations.
New collection just came out. I have a post actually to post.
Hi Hila, love to be in your vlog. How are you?
I'm good. It's fun, you know, I've never been here.
How does it feel?
It's interesting.
Yeah, right?
Did you change it? Was it always this direction?
It was the other way before I went to school, and then this time it's like this.
Oh, so it's been like that though?
Yeah.
Wow.
She turns her neck. Yeah.
Because I always look at you from over there, and I felt like you were facing me.
Oh yeah, I always have my eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
The prize. Are you doing a photo shoot today?
No, actually.
Those are my fave.
We're doing one tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank God. I literally cannot wait.
Hey Mom. Want to be in my vlog?
Sure, what's up? Hello. Where's this going to be on?
I think the Ethan and Mila channel. Well, really? What do you
Oh, that's super cool.
Do you
We're
like that?
reviving Ethan Neal's shuttle.
I mean, I was actually thinking about it on the way here. Does that make sense? Like, what do you think?
I think this would be like a blast from the past.
Okay, cool. Today I'm wearing the Heidi Klum sweater. That's basically what it's called now at the office. And the Send Help shirt is called the Howie Mandel shirt.
Yeah.
You want to be in my vlog?
Sure.
Starting it up.
Oh hell yeah! I just started vlogging recently as well. Feel you. It's hard. It's awkward. Hi everybody. I'm back.
Yeah, we see that.
Yeah,
I came here to say thank you.
Wait, why? No, thank you.
For supporting Teddy Price so much.
Thank you for making the big baggy pants. I love them so much. Oh my god.
Because you love it so much, I was thinking to do it also in black.
Yes, I love that. Thank you. Take it. These are the only things that come in. Like these are engineered garments,
Okay, yeah.
and they're like it doesn't even, it's not even all that cool. It's hard. It's hard
I
to.
saw when you were talking about how like designer brands, they don't go up.
Yeah, Japanese designer brands especially. They're very bad with their sizing.
Yeah.
So I was happy to take it.
Factories get upset at us when we have a lot of sizes too, and they charge more for the bigger sizes.
No, I know. I make some garments myself as well. I know it's annoying.
Yeah. Well, have a good show.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Today is one of those days where I'm just going to be in the office all day. There's a bunch of meetings. One of the meetings is a pretty big one for us. It's called Sketch Review. Me and the designers, we start designing a collection, basically. We do that every month. The first meeting is like an inspiration, kind of like mood board kickoff. We basically give everybody a direction or a vibe or a theme. We separate it for this designer takes on this many styles and another designer will take on this many styles. And then they each go on to do their thing and basically do their own research and start sketching it. Then we have a fitting and we have an accessories review. And it's just a full day basically.
I wanted to show you guys some of the wall art we have up here at Teddy Fresh. These pieces right here are actually by Mike Conway, the artist they collabed with for today's release. And over in this corner here, we have Ela, Taylor, and Olivia discussing ideas for a future photo shoot.
This is Friday morning, 9 a.m. That's when we start, so we're gonna do my makeup now and the hair. Now get dressed, and then we go to our location, which is gonna be Rodeo Drive. And from there, we go to the park. So it's a pretty tight schedule. But we usually get it done. What do we think?
So pretty. I love it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my god!
Slay! Yes! I really like the song.
Okay. I tried the other one, it wasn't looking right.
Yeah.
We're here, we got to our location. Cindy's here. Cindy, do you want to be in my vlog?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's the best. She is the best.
Faltan 5 minutos. Buen comienzo. Sigue, muchacho.
Oh, it's perfect! Oh my god. Wait.
What is?
Do a spin.
You get taller every time.
Yeah, I know. I'm like spring.
You're like that meme where it's like the big woman stomping on me. There's like that. Isn't there like a fetish with like giant women? Nice. Nice. My God. Feel tiny. There you go.
Alright, so I know I said this was a big week because I was going to find out if I'm pregnant or not, and I did find out it did not work out. I was pretty sad. You know, I wanted a girl, and this was my one chance because we had 1 girl and 6 boys from the eggs retrieval, and it did not work out, so I'm just kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe a girl wasn't meant to be. I'm not sure. But don't feel too bad for us. We have 2 perfect boys. They're amazing. They're little geniuses. They're beautiful. So we're good. It's just, you know, I wanted it, but you can't always get what you want. Or, I don't know, maybe it will happen. Who knows? It is what it is. I'm going to go with the flow. Try not to put too much stress on my body right now. So I'm just going to take a break from the whole fertility thing for a minute. And we'll see what happens next.
Quedan 3 minutos.
Hola, ma. ¿A las 3? ¿Estás afuera? Ah, ok, muchas gracias.
Ay, si quieres el otro te lo lavo en la mañana.
Ah, sí. Se me olvidó la camisa dentro de la mochila y... Se le cayó una muela y la tiene ahí pegada, está. Casi me ahogo, no sé por qué dijo que...
Porque se le cayó y lo sintió.
1 minuto.
Ay, mira.
Así me lo entregó. Ahí se apagan 2 horas.
Que quiero, le voy a tomar una foto.
Sí.
No dejes que el enemigo se lo lleve sin pelear.
Acá se me quedó el teléfono.
¿Lo dejaste que no hice?
Pues es que como llegué en la carrera y que iba subiendo y pasa el libramiento y pues ya ni modo y agarré torres y cuando iba por la picosita dije el teléfono y metí la mano a la bolsa y dije no, lo dejé en la almohada
30 segundos.
y llegó al hospital y no estaba nadie y ahí estaba y no los hallaba ni nada. 3 teléfonos públicos y no servía ni uno y para ese entonces también estaban los de estaba la Chayo, doña Adela y ella. Y ya platicando, que es el otro, y ella me prestó el teléfono y le marqué la serie, que es el único número que me sé. Y le marcó a la Chu y resulta que les regresaron que en 3 horas. O sea, la Ariana sí se quedó internada, pero que iban a hacer cosas ahí en 3 horas, pues todos estaban acá y la Chu marcándome para avisarme. Que iban a bajar a las 8 y que pasaban por mí. Le iba a hacer la gloria será tuya una vez más. Ya estuve esperando. Y ahorita, mira, te mandó la foto del bebé.
No, sí, que especialmente tía, no sé qué. Dijo, la chulita que es especialmente tía.
no, I feel like men are more romantic than women. When we get married, we marry like one girl because we're resistant the whole way. Until we meet one girl and we think I'd be an idiot if I didn't marry this girl. She's so great. But it seems like girls get to a place where they just kind of pick the best options. Like, I know girls that get married, they're like, oh, he's got a good job.
Su podcast favorito, cosas Jacobo, ¿cómo andas?
Excelente, ¿y tú?
También, muy chido.
Aquí andamos. Ya es el mes de mayo. Primer episodio del mes de mayo. Ya estamos en el mes número 5. El año se está pasando rápido, ¿no?
Sí, un poco.
¿Podrías? Ya.
Es normal, mayo. Como que ya te acostumbras a que el año se pasa rápido.
Ya estamos bien adentro.
Pero el 2022 también se pasó muy rápido, entonces ya, sí, este pedo no se para.
Sí, ya.
Cada vez sí se parará. Me refiero al tiempo.
A los 30 ya
se para igual, güey, la neta, uno intenta pararlo y nada más no se para, no se detiene.
Exacto, claro que yes. Pero bueno, aquí andamos, es mi cuarto café, terrible, pero bueno.
Te levantaste a las 5 de la mañana.
Exacto, llegué presumiendo que me levanté a las 5 de la mañana porque claramente eso no pasa siempre. Entonces, es increíble todo lo que puedes hacer cuando te levantas a las 5 de la mañana.
Sí.
Y hice un chingo de cosas. Son las 12.
Ya sientes que es la tarde.
Usualmente me levanto y vengo acá. Entonces es lo primero que estoy haciendo. Yo ahorita llevo un montón de cosas, es mi historial del día.
¿Y a qué hora te dormiste?
Es temprano para mí. Yo grabo a las 8. Entonces estoy perdido el día. A las 8, 9, 10, 11. Para las 12 usualmente me quedo despierto. Bueno. ¿Quieres ver la primera reacción de...?
No, aparte de tomas cafés a las 10 de la noche, ¿no?
Sí, claro.
Eso también no ayuda.
Pero ahorita como que nada más está exhausto y me dejé.
Te dormiste a las 2. Eso no te temprano y te levantaste a las 5 de la mañana.
Claramente necesito una siesta. Claramente necesito una siesta antes de grabar el día de hoy, pero sí. Nada más.
También siento que el hecho de que hayas dormido poco y te hayas levantado a las 5 de la mañana afecta a tu personaje, güey.
Sí, ha de ser como estar pedo.
Ajá,
¿no?
o sea,
según yo, tu toma de decisiones debe ser perfecta.
Sí.
Si no duermes, chido.
Y transmites cosas que obviamente si estuvieras bien descansado no transmitirías. Por ejemplo, estaba viendo una entrevista que le estaban haciendo al actor, que ya terminé por fin la serie Sopranos, que le emocionó un chingo, que ya por fin la terminé. Entonces empecé a ver un chingo de entrevistas de Gandolfini, que era el güey que interpretaba a Tony Soprano. Y el güey, porque el vato es muy introvertido, pues interpreta un gángster que es muy extrovertido, güey, es un vato muy social. Entonces él platicaban sobre los métodos que él usaba para poder interpretar bien al vato. Entonces el personaje como que siempre está molesto, güey. Y el vato lo que hacía es que se ponía adrede una piedra en el zapato. Se ponía una piedra en el zapato para estar cagado. O cuando sabía que el personaje iba a estar como cagado o irritable, dormía mal el día anterior, se dormía tarde para despertar y que se sintiera realmente cagado.
Siempre están muy interesantes esas historias,
sí,
¿no?
Con los actores que se clavan un chingo, güey.
Sí,
los que hacen.
Method acting también.
Sí.
Hay una serie ahorita que está bien popular, que no la estoy viendo, pero se llama Succession, en HBO.
Sí, la empecé a ver.
¿Neta la empezaste a ver?
Igual con el capítulo 5.
Ya, la cosa es que yo también la empecé a ver, pero me caga que el primer capítulo, lo voy a decir, y no, el primer capítulo, el papá como que se va a morir.
Ya.
Pero yo ya sé que hay 4 temporadas, entonces, güey, claramente no se murió. O sea, a mí me salen los pósters de la temporada número 4 y
sí.
Entonces no está chido empezar la serie porque no dices, ay, se va a morir, algo va a pasar, no te preocupes, no te puedes sumergir en la historia porque ya sabes de cierta forma que la historia sigue.
Sí.
¿Sabes? Es como cuando el personaje principal puede que se vaya a morir en la primera temporada para que 3 temporadas después.
Pero también hay veces
solo quedan 5 minutos.
Cambia, güey, o sea, ya no acaba siendo él, ya pasa la batuta, también de repente a lo mejor se muere cierto personaje, pero lo reviven y es como una memoria y también acaba interpretando. Hay series en donde no puedes jugar, pero hay series en donde pues en general, o sea, que salen como fantasmas y son estos güeyes.
Sí, entonces por eso nada más no puedo empezar. Como alguna vez salió la de Game of Thrones. No la pude empezar.
Yo la vi este año, güey.
Fue muy tarde.
Yo la vi este año. Empezó la temporada 1. A la temporada 7.
Lleva 7 temporadas, ¿no?
Ya terminó. La serie ya terminó.
Claro.
Y luego salió uno que se llama House of Brown, que terminó.
Pero te aventaste 7 temporadas.
Sí.
¿Cómo te?
Como 8 meses. 6 meses.
Sí, es un capítulo por día.
Pues sí, más que nada en los fines de semana me de repente verlo mal día. Pero la neta le estoy agarrando un gusto muy cabrón a las series porque ahora me está ayudando a acostumbrarme a hacer ejercicio. O sea, ahora estoy haciendo mucho bici. Porque te dije que me lastimé el tobillo.
Pero
lo que hacía era poner un capítulo, me presentaba en bici y era una manera para que me dieran ganas de
la estática, la que se mantiene en un solo lugar. Aquí hay ciclovías, si lo quieres usar.
Sí, no las quiero usar. Prefiero estar en mi casa haciendo bici frente a una pantalla, viendo una serie. Eso se me hace.
Está chido, ¿no?
Sí, porque la parte, respeto a la gente que hace bici, pero a mí se me da mucha hueva en todo el tema de para ir a un lugar a hacer bici y más aquí que hay parques y estás en la calle, es bastante. Pero si quieres ir a un parque como la Huasteca tienes que tener una cosa que le pones a tu carro, que ahorita por ejemplo no tengo carros, estoy en Ciudad de México, y ese pedo le tienes que montar una bici y luego si te ponchas, es un pedo. Total, te tardas un chingo nada más en llegar y en regresar. Entonces, ahí está la bici, tengo una pantalla, no quiero ver tapar de gente, quiero ver una serie. Entonces la neta para mí es lo que porque yo estaba haciendo muchos. Esto me compré los shorts que tienen colchón.
Shorts de ciclista.
Son como licras que tienen colchón en las nalgas y...
¿Te acuerdas cuando nos metimos en problemas con los ciclistas?
Qué tiempo, ¿no? Sí. Hubo un tiempo que
a veces pienso en eso.
Como empezamos el podcast muy de armapedos, ¿no? Le picamos a varias comunidades.
Sí, la primera temporada sí fue muy de picar comunidades. Ahorita supongo que tratamos de estar abordando el tema diferente, creo yo.
Sí.
Nada más, obviamente cuando hacemos este podcast no es nuestra intención. Sí. Pero en la primera temporada como que nos salí sí le están cagando estos datos, ¿verdad?
Sí. Como que no dimensionábamos el impacto que podía llegar a tener.
Sí, pero es que también es que depende del estado, o sea, todos vivimos en un país bien diferente, todos vivimos en México, son países bien diferentes y son lugares muy diferentes. Entonces si nosotros decimos, sí güey, no se puede andar en bici, nos referimos a nuestro lugar. Para nosotros sabemos lo que es 40 grados en montaña. Y mucha gente de repente de la Ciudad de México dice, claro que se puede andar en bici, deberíamos de promocionar andar en bici. Entonces,
no, pero esa vez se acabó la gente de Monterrey.
Sí, se acabó la de Monterrey también.
Eran los de Monterrey los que están quedados a ver. No sé si... no me quiero meter con la gente de Monterrey. Pero hace poco vi el último capítulo de Game of Thrones. ¿Has visto el último capítulo de Game of Thrones? ¿Sabes cómo termina Game of Thrones? El último capítulo de Game of Thrones, que es el verdadero último capítulo, porque empecé a ver toda la serie y dicen que el último capítulo salió como a mitad de temporada, pero la cronología es el último.
Solo falta un minuto.
Y es el capítulo en donde salen todos los enemigos y como que se juntan y hacen una liga para pero es chido que en el último capítulo de cosas se reúnen todos nuestros enemigos, que nos hemos metido con los gamers, nos hemos metido con la gente que anda en bicicleta, nos hemos metido con la gente de Yucatán que da tours.
Pero realmente nos hemos metido con ellos, realmente nos hemos metido o han decidido ofender.
Nos hemos metido con agencias publicitarias, con marcas en específico, nos hemos metido con taxistas, nos hemos metido con de todo. Sí. De todo. ¿Con quién? No. Pero realmente no nos hemos metido, o sea,
no, realmente no, la gente busca, la gente se aburre.
Y estamos cotorreando, a veces.
Y nos hemos metido por más personas, pero nos han editado.
Sí, afortunadamente, Afortunadamente en algunos casos nos han editado, pero realmente no nos metemos. Obviamente, hay cosas que se pueden malinterpretar, sacarse de contexto, hay cosas que envejecen. Y hay veces donde estamos cagados, no venimos bien, hay veces donde estamos, bueno, ya me ha pasado que
la única derrota
hay como que ciertas veces que acabas externándolo en un podcast, ¿ya?
O decides como que no argumentar tanto, no decir por qué no estás de acuerdo, y decir, sí, también pendejos. Y ya, como que quieres pasar la página y ya, sí. Pero pues del otro lado hay gente escuchando y además de que se pone el saco. Exactamente, está cabrón, nada más. Hablando de esto y de cómo lidiamos con lo que nos enoja y así, y hablando de series, vi una serie buenísima que te recomiendo que se llama Beef. O creo que la tradujeron a Bronca.
Sí, la había anunciado.
En Netflix.
¿Está buena?
Buenísima. buenísima. La gente dice que va a ser las que van a estar nominadas. Aparece Ali Wong, que es una comediante buenísima. Y esta es una serie como de asiáticos americanos. Y es literalmente la gente de nuestra generación. Estos, los millennials, hablan de cómo lidiamos muy mal con nuestras frustraciones y con nuestro enojo y con todos los problemas. O sea, los millennials no son los que sacaron la conversación de la ansiedad ni de la depresión. Nosotros no hubo tiempo para hacer eso. ¿Sabes? La siguiente generación, la generación Z, empezaron a hablar de ansiedad, de depresión, de lidiar y de cómo hacer que el trauma se detenga contigo. Nosotros no sabemos cómo lidiar con eso. Y tratan muy bien ese tema en la serie. La serie literalmente empieza, esto es sin spoilers, la serie empieza porque son dos personajes que casi chocan, se pitan y pasan el trauma. O sea, ¿sabes? Algo te pasa que te enojas, algo hizo que te enojaras, entonces se lo pasas a alguien más. ¿Sabes? Estás enojado, entonces le pitas bien cabrón a una persona. Y esa persona le pitaron bien cabrón, se enojó y le pasa ese trauma a otra persona en lugar de hacer que se detenga contigo. Entonces, esta es una historia de cómo estas dos personas, o sea, se metieron muchos problemas porque no supieron lidiar con una parada de tráfico, con un error de ambos. Y fue de, no, nada más. Y me recuerda cómo nosotros adultos no hablamos de esto y no lidiamos con nuestros problemas.
¿Tú crees? O sea, entiendo que mucha gente no, pero...
Vela.
Sí,
no, y aparte tiene un soundtrack increíble.
O sea, creo que eso mismo decían los boomers de los millennials.
No, los boomers claramente no lidiaron con nada. No, los boomers les pegaron y ellos nos pegaron. Entonces, les pegaron a los boomers cuando estaban creciendo y eso se lo pasaron a esta generación. Y esta generación hay gente que todavía dice, no, sí, le voy a pegar a mis hijos y a la verga. ¿Sabes? Pero ve la serie, está muy buena. El soundtrack está increíble porque son rolas de nuestra época. O sea, el capítulo acaba con una rola que no tiene nada que ver con nada, pero son pinches rolones de...
A ver,
con los que crecimos
en el tema de la educación de los hijos, que obviamente el dar nalgadas es una conversación muy delicada. Sin embargo, ¿no crees que se sobrecompensó más y ahora ya los niños están demasiado indisciplinados?
Claro, es que... Ajá.
O sea,
hay que tener esta conversación.
Nos pasamos un poco del otro lado, güey. Y llega un punto en el que...
Hay niños muy chiflados. Y también hay padres que son muy malos padres.
O que están ausentes, vaya.
Ajá,
y muchas veces los niños están chiflados porque el padre está ausente.
Sí tienes que, obviamente, educar a tus hijos. Y ahorita no somos padres. Que nosotros sepamos, ¿verdad? Ahorita no somos papás. Entonces, nuestro conocimiento llega hasta cierto punto. Supongo que cuando tengas hijos vas a tratar el tema completamente diferente. Pero hay huercos que están mal educados y es culpa de los papás. No es porque les hayan pegado o no les hayan pegado. Hay huercos que también no saben comportarse en lugares. Y hay papás que ven a sus hijos de repente haciendo un desvergue y les ven a sus papás.
O hay niños que aprenden de maneras diferentes. O sea, realmente hay niños que no pueden aprender por un cierto método y hay niños que sí van a responder muy bien a cierto método.
¿Qué método es el correcto para que tu hijo no esté haciendo un desvergue en el súper?
Depende del niño, güey. Es que depende un chingo de cosas, porque qué tal si tu hijo está comiendo demasiado azúcar, güey, es hiperactivo, o sea, creo que primero tenemos que ir a analizar y arreglar eso y ya después intentamos meter con razonamientos un poco de educación, pero hay veces también al que el niño le vale verga, tú puedes decir, oye, no deberías hacer esto, porque fíjate que vas a afectar al niño, te vas a decir, yo no quiero aventar una caja cereal, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Son niños, son niños.
Sí.
Son niños.
Yo no me enojo con los niños, pero los niños, güey, yo también lo hice. Yo también hice ese cagadero cuando veo a un niño corriendo en el súper o haciendo cualquier cosa, sí.
No, a mí sí me
Yo
también
hice también. Te frenaban en el centro.
Sí, me dieron una lagada de chiquito, claro.
A mí me dieron
definitivamente. A ver, y no tengo ningún pedo, o sea, yo agradezco que me hayan dado nalgadas porque me merecían nalgadas. Nunca, jamás diga que me violentaron físicamente, me dieron una corrección, una nalgadita. Y ya, es una nalgada, es, hey, pum, y ya.
Conmigo.
¿Qué quiere decir?
Que para ser una gringa automáticamente yo.
Hello.
Esperaba que vinieras por aquí.
¿Por qué no pueden ser como tú los novatos del crisol? Sigue tu camino.
Camarada. Muy bien. No olvides por qué luchamos.
Acércate, échale un vistazo. No todo lo que envía Fenchurch para vender es seguro. ¿Buscas algo en concreto? ¿Quieres algo?
Me vendría bien un café.
¿Buscas algo en concreto?
Entrega un poco de alegría. Recibe un
Gracias.
No hay prisa. Es muy simple. Tú tienes las monedas y Eververso tiene los productos. ¿Quieres algo? Es muy simple. Tú tienes las monedas y Eververso tiene los productos.
Paquete para la órbita muerta. Piezas de repuesto. Con fugas. Cielos. Lleno de rocas. Libros. Libros para los titanes. Demasiado pesado.
¿Buscas algo en concreto?
Comprobando ahora.
That's actually the president's boss, yo. Okay, maybe I should. But she should have
Listo, listo. Ya está, ya está. ¿Puedes comprobarlo? Nombre.
Para ver el regreso de la oscuridad.
falta la vitamina C.
Hola, a ver, eso sí está bien cabrón.
Y me lo merecía, la neta. Una vez vendí unos carritos de tierra al VHS. ¿Te acuerdas del VHS? Pues esa mierda costaba lo que ahorita cuesta un PlayStation 5. El VHS era la pieza de que más cara de la casa.
Carritos
Vendí unos pinches Hot Wheels y hice un cagadero con el VHS y me chingué el VHS. Y fueron el equivalente a pues, unos 15,000 pesos hoy. ¿Sabes? Era una pieza de tecnología muy cara. ¿Sabes? El VHS. Me lo chingué. Y otra vez que...
A ver, si no te hubieran dado esa nalgada, no sé qué te hubieran dado, o el cinto.
Pregúntame si volví a meter un puto carrito al VHS.
Exactamente,
No.
¿cómo hubieras entendido que la cagaste tan cabrón, güey? No, fíjate, oye, arruinaste el VHS de la familia, güey, eres un niño, te va a valer verga, ni siquiera vas a estar escuchando el regaño de tus papás. Yo cuando estaba chico, cuando venía mi papá me regañaba y me decía algo, era escúchalo, güey, escúchalo, cabrón.
Claro.
Y a ver, y ahora conociendo a mi papá y muy bien, obviamente no te lastiman, vaya, pero te asustan. Y ese temor es algo que te educa.
Sí, también te tienen que disciplinar.
Sí, o sea, no es tópico pensar que todos los niños van a reaccionar. Ay, mijito, ¿sabes qué? Fíjate que no empujes a tu abuela por las escaleras, porque se puede, no mames, güey, imagínate que estás corriendo por las escaleras, te van a decir, pendejo.
Sí, no te lo
no, pendejo, pero si una nalgadita,
claro.
Tienes que tener también ese factor de disciplina. Eso es un tema muy delicado. No somos padres. Yo solo, hablando de mi experiencia, yo analizo mi infancia y digo, qué bueno que me educaron así, o sea, Chile.
¿Pero pasarías eso o buscarías otras formas de...?
Sí, yo...
Digamos que tu hijo o hija agarra unos carritos y los mete a... Abre una cámara de estas y lo mete dentro del lente y se chinga para siempre.
A ver, hay que analizar el contexto. Si ya te dijeron un chingo de veces, oye, no metas carritos al VHS y te valió madre y lo hiciste, nunca lo hiciste. Ahí es un poco distinto.
¿Por qué crees que el carrito cabía ahí?
Es un poco distinto. O sea, si ya te están diciendo, no hagas esto, no hagas esto, ya te vale madre y lo hiciste, es diferente a... Sí, claro, no mames, sí.
Sí, claro, de cierta forma también es un trauma, que no te llegan a la madre.
O sea, cuando ves un niño que o sea, es el todo de los niños chiflados, que los niños chiflados son culpa de los papás, y aprecias un chingo cuando ves un niño que te cae bien, o sea, cuando es un niño que parece que es un gran niño. Qué chido, güey, qué chido educar niños que caen bien. Y no es utópico, Pero ¿qué tanta influencia tiene la educación que tiene en mi casa? Un chingo.
Vamos avanzando hacia eso, ahorita ahí...
A ver, también desde el punto de vista de si tú me educas a tu hijo y le hacen entender cómo hacer cuando crezca, si tiene esa educación que le ponen al lado, va a acabar escalando ese mismo comportamiento y se va a hacer algo serio. O sea, también desde el punto de vista de te conviene que ahorita te recibas una nalgada y aprendas que no tienes que meter carritos
y hay consecuencias
a la videocasetera, a que el día de mañana se te antoja hacer una mamada y te demandan o acabas arruinando equipos miles de dólares que acabas en la cárcel, güey.
Sí. Lo hagas en un lugar que nada que ver.
Sí, pasó hace, no sé si viste, hace relativamente poco, peleó a Desaña contra Pereira en la UFC. Y había un antecedente porque pues, Adesanya era campeón de los pesos medios, era uno de los estrellas más grandes de la UFC, que esa historia está bien cabrón. El güey pasó de kickboxing a la UFC y acabó siendo una superestrella en la UFC, campeón de los pesos medios, invicto en la categoría, y su última derrota había sido contra un güey que se llama Alex Pereira. Entonces, estos güeyes cuando estaban en kickboxing tenían muchísimo pique porque eran de los dos mejores dentro de la categoría. Y la primera pelea que pelean a Adesanya contra Pereira, la pelea está muy buena, es una decisión y la acaba ganando Pereira. Entonces Adesanya cree que le robó porque muchos creen que era su pelea. La segunda pelea que tienen también es en kickboxing. Adesanya domina toda la pelea o casi toda la pelea y al final el vato le mete un derechazo y noquea a Adesanya. Entonces lo noquean y
Pereira noquea.
Noquea a Adesanya. Es el único knockout que ha sufrido en toda su carrera hasta esa fecha. Entonces, cuando el güey se levanta, no sabe qué chingados está pasando y de repente el vato voltea y está el hijo de Pereira burlándose enfrente de él de que lo noquearon. El vato se para y se tira enfrente de él. Entonces imagínate el que te acaban de noquear, acabas de perder, no era invicto, pero te acaban de noquear por primera vez, estás en Brasil, en la casa de este vato, y luego llega un niño chiflado y pretende estar noqueado al lado de ti cuando te estás levantando de estar inconsciente. Entonces el güey agarró los sentimientos de pedo. El vato se va a la UFC y pues obviamente la rivalidad ahí seguía, güey. Y en una entrevista que da en la UFC ya siendo campeón le preguntan sobre su última derrota contra Pereira y el único knockout que hizo en su carrera. Y el güey le empieza a tirar mierda, el vato le dice, este güey en unos 20, 30 años va a estar en alguna favela en Brasil recordando que su logro más grande fue haberme ganado un kickbox. Pereira escucha eso y dice, ¿sabes qué? Voy por ti, de tu puta madre. Y el vato empieza una carrera de artes marciales mixtos. Entra a la UFC, que tenía como 2 o 3 peleas, y la UFC le pone rivales a modo para empezar a armar esta gran pelea con Adesanya. Y rivales a modo me refiero a no luchadores, porque cuando tú eres un kickbox no tienes defensa de takedowns, entonces si te ponen luchadores, un luchador te lleva al piso y te va a ganar. Entonces le empiezan a poner puros güeyes sin strikers, que son peleadores de ganado, ¿no? Ajá. Entonces, pues en ese ámbito la neta es que no hay nadie ni cerca a Pereira y a Adesanya, pero eso, pues, por mucho los que tienen mejor strike en UFC. Total, gana 3 peleas y se arma por fin la pelea contra Adesanya. Se arma la pelea por el título, güey. Y la primera pelea igual en la UFC. Empiezan a pelear, Adesanya empieza a dominar bien cabrón el combate. Y creo que en el cuarto o en el quinto round, Pereira empieza a sacar una combinación, lo empieza a tambalear y el árbitro para la pelea y le quita Pereira el campeonato de la UFC a Adesanya. Pues se arma la revancha. Adesanya lo retuvo por mucho tiempo. Y cuando se arma la revancha, pues el niño también empieza a tirar mierda y en un blog que hace la UFC empiezan a ver el video de cómo él se tira enfrente de él en esa segunda pelea. Es la última pelea que fue hace 3 semanas, pelean y Adesanya lo noquea de una manera bien cabrón en el segundo o tercer round y pues el vato lo noquea terrible, o sea, el güey queda inconsciente y el vato busca al hijo y no sé cuántos años después lo señala y se tira enfrente de él.
Lo primero que hace es regresarse al niño.
Y hay una toma en donde el niño está llorando. Y se generó un chingo esta discusión de no mames, estás agarrando beef contra un niño de 15 años, güey.
Menor de edad.
Y el vato se avienta un discurso diciendo, carnal, si yo tuviera un hijo, por más que me cague este güey, estamos en una pelea, estamos arriesgando nuestra vida, perdí, me noquearon en Brasil, en casa de este vato, y si yo fuera Pereira y veo a mi hijo burlándose de mi oponente, le voy a decir, carnal, discúlpate con ese vato, no mames, güey. Y en lugar de regañarlo, como en mi opinión debió haberlo hecho, el vato lo acabó celebrando y sabes que pues yo lo voy a dedicar por mis a mí la neta se me hizo chido ese pedo. Es polémico, pero a mí
pues yo también tienes que entender que el niño es su papá, ¿sabes? Pero hay mucha tensión en una familia de un peleador.
A ver, el niño no tiene la culpa, tiene la culpa el papá por no haberle dicho al niño, oye carnal, está mal eso que estás haciendo, no mames.
Sí, no te burlas del rival.
Es etiqueta, o sea, pero pues también qué es bien y qué es mal, pues eso es subjetivo. Entonces dirías que
le guardó esa pinche falta de respeto al niño.
Al niño le faltaba vitamina C. Ay, cabrón, ese vitamina C, güey.
100% real, ¿eh?
Claro, eso sí estaba bien traumático. O sea, si te dicen, te falta vitamina C, tú volteas así.
De cinto. Para no hacer mamadas, nada más. Y pues bueno, terminamos haciendo un podcast. ¿Qué sacó ahora? Vamos a
esperamos
que... ahorita que estoy en Las Vegas, necesitaba billetes, porque hicimos un producto que se llama la alcancía imposible. Es una alcancía que no tiene como abrirse, ¿sabes? No tiene una ramita y a la hora de que la quieras abrir tienes que usar herramientas de verdad para abrir la alcancía. Uno de los chistes de este producto es que adentro te viene un sticker y te viene un billete. ¿Qué billete? Puede ser lo que sea. El billete que sea. Entonces tú en Las Vegas conseguí stripper money. Es fácil, tú puedes pedir, quiero un montón de unos. Quiero un montón de billetes
haber fajos así, ¿no?
Pues obviamente si tú te llevas mercancía, hay unas que vienen con 500, hay unas que salen gratis por 20,000, pero hay muchas que vienen con billetes chiquitos. Entonces pedí un fajo de billetes y por alguna razón me salieron videos de billetes, de datos curiosos de billetes de $1. Y uno de los videos decía, fíjate muy bien en tu billete de $1, porque si tiene un asterisco o una estrellita al lado del número de serie, vale un chingo, vale como $3,000.